Yo, can I get an F in chat for the fact that Discord won't let me use freaking animated emotes unless we have Nitro? Freaking Fs. I gotta use the bad wheel emote. This is obviously the superior emote, right? We all know it. We all know that's the superior emote. Oh my god.
Saucy.
Hello. Lo-Fi Toaster Strudel. Thank you very much for the sub.
Hello, friends.
Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to stream. We're live early. It's always exclamation late, exclamation late, exclamation. But when I'm early, I don't see any. I don't see anybody yapping. That's all I gotta say. I've been doing pretty decent about early recently. Honestly, I've been pretty early most of the time. Next week is gonna be late, I'm sure. And frankly, when the baby happens,
Hi, guys.
we'll be late as shit. Hi, friends. How's it going? Lo-Fi Toaster Strudel. Ellie for the 6 months. K-Bell for 15 months. Thank you very much. Brack for 40. Holy. Thank you for the subscription. Thanks for the hype train. How's everybody doing? Welcome to stream. Hey, I'm going to join the hype train because we just hit our follower goal of 5,400 followers. And everybody knows when we hit our follower goal, I get to get cards. So I'm going to join. Thank you guys for helping me hit the follower goal. I hope some new followers get some subs from those subs. Lily, thank you for the 6 month subscription. Thank you. How you doing? Hi, Darnock. Thank you for the follow. Mona me with the... Oh, my God. Mona me with bits. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the 100 bits. How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling today? Happy weekend. Happy weekend is over now. Happy Monday morning. Yikes.
It's a new
Oh my God.
subscriber. Welcome to
That's
the
a
cult.
brand new subscriber. That's a cult member. A brand new cult member has entered the chat. Ivy like, welcome in. Hello, hello.
9 months of a little bit of indigestion.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. BBO, thank you for the 9 months. Cheese moon with five. Holy shit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ivy like is Mike. Oh, it's Mike. Hi. Kingsley just completely whiffed on that treat. Brack, thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh my God. What are we doing today? Thanks, guys. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, Brack.
I just finished a really cool game this weekend I'm sure you'd love.
What's it called, Danny? I've never heard of it. You should tell me what it is so that I can tell you that I've never heard of it before. It would be impossible for me to know that I've never heard of it before. Right?
Heart Lilind Bliff Lilind Wheel.
Jab, thank you for the 29 months. Welcome to stream. Hey, in case you guys didn't know, we're doing the Wheel of Games today. Let the chaos ensue. We have a couple first-time chatters here as well. I missed some names, but if you're a first-time chatter, welcome in. Welcome. Raise your hand if this is the first time you've ever made it to a Wheel of Games. Raise your hand if you've never been to a Wheel of Games before. Oliver's never been to a Wheel of Games? How is that true? You've been here forever. Gyrodine? I know that's bullshit.
Wheel.
I know that's a lie. Artifice, thank you for the 5 bits. I missed somebody with Togepi, thank you for the 20 bits as well. I'm so excited. Here's what the Wheel of Games is, in case you don't know. Very occasionally, we used to do it a lot more often, but but it's become a little bit hard to manage as our community has grown, and also we've switched things up to keep things fresh. And the Wheel of Games makes an appearance only rarely these days, but when it makes an appearance, it's guaranteed to be a very exciting day. The Wheel of Games is where you guys get to pick what game I play next, which I'd never ever let you do otherwise, because I really like to pick what game I'm playing next and like make sure I'm in excited for it and scheme things behind the. But sometimes I like to turn over control to you, and also to a random number generator. Here's what we do. At the end of this whole process, there will be a wheel. On that wheel will be a list of games that you guys have determined. We will spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on Friday, we are playing. This Friday, we are playing the game that it lands on.
Having a rough day, so I'm thankful to be here in such a hype and positive community. Lil and Heart, let's go Wheel of Games, Lil and Wheel.
Thank you, Mina. Thank you for the 5 bits. I hope you're doing okay. Can we get some hugs in chat for Mina / anybody else who wants it, who needs them? Let me just quickly walk you through the schedule. How should we do this? Maybe I'll talk to you about the schedule for the week first. So here's the deal. Today, I will explain the Wheel of Games and open up suggestions. Some point late tomorrow in Discord, late Tuesday, you guys will get to vote on suggestions. And then on Thursday, we'll spin the wheel, and Friday, I'll play the game. That's the plan. The rest of our schedule for the week is short stream today, Dark Souls Tuesday and Thursday at the normal time. The Thursday wheel spin will be at a different time, 4 p.m. So it's going to be a weird short stream at 4 p.m. And then Friday will be the normal time. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. We're doing this because y'all blew out of the water my goals for Fresh Air Friday a while back. So yeah. How many games can we suggest? This is effectively a one-off. Have you ever played Curse of Monkey Island? People have questions. And I hopefully will have answers for you. In just a second. Vaporize, thank you for the Prime sub. 2 months. Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Thanks. Welcome in. So here is how it's going to work. How should I start? Let me explain the overall timeline and premise. Never mind. Let me explain the rules. Let's just go straight to the rules. Let's just go straight to the rules. Hi, Dropkick Wally. How's it going? I'm a noob here. Welcome in. How's it going? Let's explain the premise starting now. My lovely wife, Megan, please type an H in the chat, has written up some instructions and rules before we proceed. Thank you for the H's. Can you play Hollow Knight again? I'd love to play Hollow Knight again. But no, that shouldn't go on the wheel. Here's how it's gonna work. Oh my god, the hype train is going. Hype train complete at level 5. Ikelos gave 5 subs. Thank you very much. Dropkick Wally, welcome in. You're a noob here, but Ikelos has just made sure that you get a sub. If you got a sub, make sure to say thank you. You can use the emotes. You can watch without ads now. Thank you, Ikelos.
Cries in Silk Song T _
Cries in Silk Song. Okay. So here are the rules. You might be wondering, what game can we suggest? How many games can we suggest? How does the whole process work? I beg your patience, and I will do my best to explain it to you. Here's how it works. There's going to be a Discord channel, which will be live very soon, called Wheel of Games, which you will be able to access. There are 4 rules. You can suggest exactly one game. Only suggest one game. That game must be less than 20 hours for me to finish. We'll talk more about that in a second. And not a horror game. I get to determine if it's a horror game. You don't get to determine that. 3, if the game doesn't fit any of these criteria, or if I veto it because I'm planning on playing it on YouTube for someday, or for other reasons, I have my own reasons to veto stuff. The mods and or me will reach out to you, and we will give you a chance to suggest a different game instead. So you're not like losing out on something. We'll have you suggest a different game. 4, if a game has already been suggested, please do not suggest it again. If the game is suggested in this Discord channel, do not suggest it again. We have a whole process for that. That is the suggestion. Okay? We all in agreement? Hit me with a little in the heart in the chat if you're following so far. Less than 20 hours for me to complete, not horror. Suggest one game, don't do repeats, and if it gets vetoed, you'll have another chance. Cool. So here's where the kicker starts. You might be sitting there at home thinking, I have an idea for a game to suggest. Ryan's never heard of it before. Or I have an idea for a game to suggest. It's called, it starts with a D and ends with F's Door. Here's where the kicker comes in. We've never done it exactly this way before. Once all of the suggestions are in and finalized, we will have a list in this channel of just the names of games. And then Tuesday night, we're going to open it up for a day for you all to vote. You can vote. How does that work? It's not like you can vote for just one game. It's not like you can vote for just 5 games. You can vote for any game you want. And if you vote, that game gets an extra entry on the wheel. So here's where the strategy starts. If you think all I want to do with my personal votes is increase Death's Door's chance to win, just vote for Death's Door. If you want to be a fucking chaos agent, vote for every single game listed inside of the wheel, and you've not affected the outcome statistically at all, but you have made it so that there's a lot more game names on the actual wheel. Who put Death's Door Union Unite? Who pinned that message? Unpin right now. Unpin. How do I unpin a message? Chaos. Are you going to vote for one thing to increase statistically the chance of that thing happening? Are you going to vote for 5 things? Kind of hedge your bets? Are you going to vote for every single thing and be a chaos agent? Please don't do that. That makes so much more work for the rest of us. Vote for 1, vote for 3, vote for 20. Who cares? Vote for everything you would actually like to see. That's a good method. This is going to be the biggest wheel we've ever done, I'm sure. There's going to be more entries on this wheel than ever before. I can't wait. Okay. After we close voting, we'll have a whole list. For instance, at that point, Megan wrote the suggestion, not me. For instance, if Death's Door has been suggested, but it has no votes, then it has 1 entry because it was suggested. If someone suggests Barbie Detective Mystery of the Carnival Caper, it's been suggested, so it gets 1 vote, or 1 entry, and it gets 50 votes, then it has 51 total entries. So the suggestion is worth 1, and the votes are worth 1 too. And then on Thursday, we spin the wheel and watch what happens. Little in the heart in the chat if you understand so far everything we've said. If you hate this method, blame Twitch chat because they were the ones who basically came up with it on stream like a week ago when we were chatting about it. It's basically you guys' fault if you hate this. I'm kidding. I'm just shifting blame like a good manager. Okay. Now, I'm going to add one complicating factor here. I'm going to open this channel here in a second. I'm going to add one complicating factor. You might be sitting there thinking, Ryan, you said less than 20 hours for you to finish. Less than 20 hours for you to finish? How will I make that decision? Here's how you will make that decision. There is a website called howlongtobeat.com. We are going to treat howlongtobeat.com as our Lord and Savior for this wheel of games. If your game has a completionist time of less than 20 hours, because that's kind of how I play games, then you may suggest it. If not, you may not suggest it. We're gonna to make this thing, to increase my sanity in an amount of time where I really need to increase my sanity. We're gonna use How Long to Beat as our God and Lord and Savior and overruler and etc. It has to be completionist, less than 20 hours for me to be able to beat it in under 20 hours. Game I was hoping for is 21.5. Dirty Dawes. Go ahead and type it in the chat. I may make a rare exception, but probably not. Probably not. Here's the problem. We're like tonight, Megan and I are packing our bags for the hospital in case we need to go like at any point in time. There's really no guarantee we actually get this game like done before we go to the hospital, but we're going to hedge our bets and hope. It was Tunic. Oh boy, do I have fantastic news for you. Hey, check it out. In case you've never seen it before, we have an entire spreadsheet lovingly made by This Isn't Tony in the chat that includes every game I have played on YouTube, including, where's the T? Where's the T? Tunic. 36 episodes. You can click right here. Tony put a little green heart beside Tunic because Tony loves Tunic. You can click here, be taken to the entire blind playthrough of the entire game. There you go. Good news. If your game is on this list, it'll also get vetoed. We've already played it. If it's on this list, it'll get vetoed. Oh boy, do I have good news for you. Shit, wrong button. Okay. Any other questions? Any thoughts? Are we ready to do this shit? My plan for the next hour of stream is to open this up and take some time trying to respond to stuff. I'm not going to get everything responded to today. But yeah. That's my that's my thing. I'm gonna suggest Project Zomboid. It doesn't really have an ending, so I don't know how you'd feel about that. Honestly, if it's like an open-ended game, like something like, for instance, 7 Days to Die or Project Zomboid, even if it's like completionist time is super long, I will probably allow that. But if it's not listed on the site, can we use our best intuition? You absolutely may, Llamas. Absolutely. No Raft, Sag. What's Raft's how long to beat time? I'm sure it'd be long as shit, right? BRB gotta go take the dog to get his shots. Good luck to you and the doggo. So who's gonna get Death's Door entered first? I figured Raft's how long to beat time is probably pretty long. This ought to be fun. Are we ready to open the fucking floodgates? If you're not in the Discord, first off, you gotta get in. You gotta get in there. Can you try to finish Pantheon 5 in Hollow Knight? There's no chance I will finish Pantheon 5 in less than 20 hours. But if you want to suggest it, honestly, do it. I'm into that. Suggest it. Actually, no. Never mind. I'm taking that back off. I'm taking that off the list. It's not fair to people who are trying to suggest a new game, I think. I completely changed my mind in the moment right after I said yes. We're gonna like exclude like speedrunning a game I already have done, replaying a game I've already done, doing optional content for a game I've already done.
Suggest HK Steel Soul
for instance, like that. Thank you for the 5 bits, Pexy. But it's like new games. It's new games. Yeah. So you need to go to howlongtobeat.com. Check the completionist time, which has to be under 20 hours. Yeah, we're likely to be played anyway. Games Forbidden as well. I forget. Basically, Artifice, if the game is something that I am reserving for YouTube, I will veto. Some examples of that, in case you're wondering. I don't think these are less than 20 hours, but games like Mass Effect, BioShock, any of the Elder Scrolls games, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk. A lot of the huge RPGs are definitely Disco Elysium, for instance. Nobody suggests Disco Elysium. That's going to be a YouTube playthrough 100%. What about Metroid? Good question. Let me think about that one. This is where I get to ask you guys some questions. Is Metroid, Super Metroid, or Metroid Prime, are either of those YouTube or Twitch playthroughs? Is Chance of Sonar a YouTube game? Chance of Sonar would be a YouTube game. I'm 99% sure. Prime's way more than 15 hours? Damn. This is where Evo made me a really handy thing the other day, and I'm going to try and find it. Evo, is it in our DMs that I haven't responded to? Evo's not here right now. Yes, it is. Okay. Got it. All right, let's just open the floodgates. This ought to be fun. Woo! Let's try this. Let's try this. All right. Please just write the name of the game. Don't do any doubles. Yeah. All right, let me just go ahead and change the permissions. I'm a little bit nervous. This could be a little crazy. It could be a little wild. So I need to give access to verified. Awesome. I need to make it so they can view, send messages, but not react. I think that's basically it. Probably. Let's try it. Let's see if this works. All right, let me know. Oh my God, you guys have been typing for minutes. Wait, what did I do? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, well, here we go. Oh. I thought it wasn't good until I said it was good. I didn't hit save yet. Stray. Antechamber. Life is Strange. Chance of Sonar. Death's Door. Oh, Turnip Boy. Let's go, Brack. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting here. Very interesting here. We're going to delete Salami Waffle because Salami Waffle already several people are typing. Because Tony already put that one. Oh, lordy. Oh, buddy. We got some good stuff already. Just shapes and beats. Some things never change, llamas. Some things never change. Ooh. Chaos. Noita, interesting. I didn't know Arena was a Noita like suggester. Death's Door. I'm pretty sure. Okay, guys. All right, who's not reading the rules? Eva. Cookie Dragon. I think Death's Door went first, right? No, it was fifth actually. This is so dumb. I can't see the channel on mobile. Can someone link it? You may need to refresh your mobile device. That would be my guess. I was too slow. I have nothing to suggest now. Don't worry. The votes are where things really start to happen. The votes are where things really start to happen. When does the channel close? Thank you for the question. I think Public asked this as well. The channel will close tomorrow night. I don't know exactly what time, but to be safe, you should get it in before the end of stream tomorrow. I'm going to vaguely say end of stream tomorrow is when you need to be done with suggestions. Yeah. All right, let's go from the top. Let's start thinking about some stuff. How long to beat? Let's do it. Stray. Stray's completionist is 10 hours? Damn, I really thought I would Okay, Stray's in. Antechamber. Here's the question. Can anyone go to this list and see if any of them are horror games, by the way? Antechamber is 9 hours for completionist. Okay. Life is Strange. Completionist 18.5, squeaking under the deadline, Oliver. Incredible. Turnip Boy's a horror game. I know that not to be true. Did somebody suggest a Resident Evil game? Who's getting banned? Pikmin 3. I gotta play Pikmin 2 still. I forgot about that. That's fine. We can include it. Sadly, the games are not fit for this wheel of games, but out of curiosity, how knowledgeable are you on Star Wars, Ryan? Would you be open to playing Star Wars games in the future, or do they not interest you? I would say I'm open to it. I know Knights of the Old Republic is like beloved. Jedi, what's the Jedi one that has that is like Souls like? That is been that is like really popular? Fallen Order? Survivor? Knights of the Old Republic, I would say is Knights of the Old Republic has the exact thing which I look for in a game, which is beloved by a lot of people. Yeah. Can we get a YouTube game spin the wheel one day? Probably not, because the YouTube game that I'm playing is like my baby, and it's also the thing I have to work really, really hard on. Yeah, like there's just too many working parts for. I think we will probably never do a YouTube spin the like. The YouTube game is like, in a weird way, the game I'm playing on YouTube at any given moment is a little bit too important, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think, hear me out here. Ryan, do you want mod help with this, by the way? Absolutely. If you see anything that you're like, there's no chance, that will definitely... If you see anything that's horror, feel free to at them and say, suggest a different game, that one's horror. Or do whatever you need to do. How do we find the list of what you played already? I have not played a Horizon game. The Horizon games will also be for YouTube. But you can hit exclamation... Oh, shoot. Exclamation playthroughs. Good, I already did some without asking you. Perfect. Will you ever do horror again? Absolutely not. Maybe. But probably not until, like, September. October. I ain't playing a horror game in the month of April. It's 80 degrees. It's sunny outside. I want to feel happy inside. I want to feel calm and joy and delight. Goodbye, Tony. Thanks for being here. And I want to feel the sun rise in my heart, not the night set in my heart. Hell no. Let's go wild here. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is very hard to read. All right, here's what we'll do. Okay, so question for Twitch chat, because I need your help. Chance of Sinar. Is that, for me, is that a YouTube or a Twitch playthrough? T or Y? I have always assumed it would be a YouTube playthrough, because I believe it to be very puzzly, probably pretty spoilery. I was thinking YouTube as well. Pexy, I'm going to delete your suggestion and have you... I don't care, I want it in here. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. Feel free to suggest another thing. Okay, thank you, chat. Okay, Death's Door, I guess. I've never heard of it before, but... what about Jusant? What is that? Jusant. Oh, wait, is that the one that gets suggested to me as a journey like... Hi, Tub, how's it going? Sounds good. Turnip Boy robs a bank. It's an immediate yes for me. I loved Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Project Zomboid, I'm into. I'm into including that on the list. Ori and the Blind Forest. I am okay with keeping Ori on the list. If Tony wins with Ori and the Blind Forest, Tony has the best luck of all time. That's all I have to say. It's so sick to see someone suggesting Antechamber. That's the one I want to suggest, and I thought nobody would. That's awesome, Uga. That's really good. I love that. That's I think that might be one of the cool parts about doing it this way, is like seeing someone else suggest the single thing that you were thinking of. Okay, Oxenfree. Is that I don't know a thing about it. Let's see how long it is to beat. Oxenfree. 13 hours. Okay, is Oxenfree horror? Because it's a little dark looking. What's wrong with Ori? Nothing's wrong with Ori. Tony has really good luck at winning the Wheel of Games. That's all. Tony has... I'm very excited to play Ori and the Blind Forest. Tony has incredible luck at playing... or at winning the Wheel of Games. Sayonara Wild Hearts, Tunic. Oxenfree is not a horror. Really. I loved Oxenfree. Okay. All right, we'll keep it on there. Hell yeah. I know it got suggested a lot to me earlier this year. Little Nightmares 2, is Corin here? At Corin, please suggest a non-horror game. And I'm going to delete Little Nightmares 2. I know Little Nightmares is like barely a horror game, but and not for this type of year. Not for this time of year. Hi to Fluff, how's it going? Brack said it out. Goodbye, Brack. Thanks for being here. Metroid Dread. So what are we looking at here? Metroid Dread. 13.5 hours. This is the old one that we were talking about the other day? Subsanta says, I'm Corin, and I don't think it was that horror. Yeah, I mean, but you've never... I played it with a... I played Life is Strange. I don't know, you may have seen it. I played Life is Strange 1 with a heart rate monitor because it was scary. It's scary. Maybe not for you, but for my scared ass. Metroid Dread is the new one. Interesting. Titan Souls, 7.5 hours. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, okay. Forgotten City. This is okay, so question on Forgotten City. Because I am very intrigued in this one. Forgotten City is the one that was a Skyrim mod that got built out into its own game. Is Forgotten City Y or T? Life is Strange is scary. I meant Little Nightmares. Did I say the wrong one? I also thought it was YouTube. Why, but please do it, LOL. T would be fine, but there's backseating that's going to happen. Is it the type of thing with our community? Okay, how similar to Chance of Sinar is it in terms of like puzzling? Probably would be best to do on YouTube. Because to me, it's like it's very puzzly and is in the same category in my brain. But I'm seeing a lot of Ys. I think we're probably going to have to go with a no for Forgotten City. Okay. Vaporize, if you're currently here, new game, please. I'm going to veto Forgotten City. Oh my god, we've not made it very far in this list. Deponia. Deponia? Have you heard of Dehorsia? Deponia, 10.5 hours. I have no idea. Oh my god, there's 7 games. There's so many games. What the heck? Ah! I closed my whole thing. Shit. Chat, what's the button again to raise all of your... I minimized every window again. What's the button? I figured it. Control T.
Have you heard of Horse Isle 3?
I have heard of Horse Isle 3. Tub.
There are only 4 Deponia games.
Mm.
The rest is collections.
I don't think Control Shift T is it either. That's all right. I figured I manually opened them. Hoot Growl, by the way. Hoot Growl, D20. D20. I'll think of something else. Sounds good, Vaporize. Thank you. Is there a good way to suggest longer games to you, maybe for the future? You can always suggest me games any way you want. You can do it on here. You can do it on Twitter. Do it on YouTube comments. You can DM me on Discord. You can post in the general chat or gaming chat on Discord. You can always suggest longer games to me. I love reading suggestions. Misal says, I think the raft time is wrong. The actual storyline isn't that long. It's the kind of game you can finish in 10 hours or in 50. Depends how much you process. Right, but me, it wouldn't be 10, right? It wouldn't be 10. All right. Depony is in. Superliminal. I think I know what game that is. Yeah, it's the hallway. That's in. Curse of Monkey Island. Is this point and click? Is that Curse of Monkey Island? I feel like Dreamality played this. Point and click? Cool. In. There is no game. What if How Long to Beat was like, error 47, sorry, there's no game. 21 minutes? I like what you're thinking, Lady Rivers. I'm very certain to get that done before baby gets here. I think Ryan playing Raft, especially solo, would take a long time, especially blind. Here's what you have to figure in. I play slowly. I play thoroughly. I also play blind, meaning I don't figure things out very quickly. So that's why we're going completionist. That's why. Not sure why it's showing as 21 minutes. It would take 3 to 4 hours. Oh, okay. Nice. Tiny and Big. Grandpa's Leftovers. I've never heard of it before. But it hits the thing. Call of the Sea. Call of Duty? 7.5 hours. Cool. I have no idea what I've never heard of. This is good. I mean, I've never heard of some of these games. Driftwood from Busters. 3 hours. Chicory. Cool. I hear that game is very beautiful. Oh, do I have bad news for you, Deku? Oh, do I have bad news for you? Oh, no, it's not. Hold up. You know what? I'm going to round down. 20.5. 20.5. I said that before Deku offered to pay me. That's all I'll say.
I'll pay you.
In this community, because it makes 0 sense, we're going to round down. As long as it says 20.5. If it says 20.99, we'll round down. The minute it says 21, we're in trouble. Less than 20 hours about. Oh, I know what it says in the Discord, but this is why we don't do the Wheel of Games every week now. Is people are like, I want a really simple set of rules where things will be very simple and easy. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't exactly work like that. It doesn't work like that. I don't know that that's a good, yep, you're right. Math.floor? What is math.floor? Okay. Kinna Bridge of, yeah. Kinna Bridge of Spirits. Kinna Bridge of Spirits. 20 hours on the dot. Interesting. You lucked out. Wormsherm. Just Shapes and Beats. Some things never change. Oh, never mind. That's wait. Just Shapes and Bits, and then 37.5. This is open-ended. Okay, dope. Okay, I did not know that. My bad. If it's open-ended, that's fine. Is that true? Open-ended? Bug Snacks, 14.5. Okay, I gotta change this so you guys can see it. Llama says you're not gonna want to complete it. Okay, Noida. Is Noida less than 20 hours? I don't know a ton about it. Oh my god. But I would have guessed it was not less than 20 hours. Time says I can't see Wheel of Games. You may need to refresh your thing. Okay, so hear me out. If we round down, we get to 91 hours, which is still about 5 times more. Main story 24. Damn. Ann says, hey guys, I'm hoping to get some distracting here. Right before the end of work, our director planned personal meetings with everyone on our team tomorrow. He didn't look happy. I'm scared for my job right now, and I'm feeling nauseous about it. I'm really sorry, Ann. I'm really sorry. That sounds like a anxious thing to hear and a hard thing to have to think about for the next day. So I think I'm gonna have to veto Noida unless you can make a really good argument that it's open-ended or something. But I don't know that I can do a 91.5-hour game. Oh. Return to Grace. 5 hours. I've never heard of it. Add that to the list of games I've never heard of. There's been like 7. We've done the Wheel of Games a lot, but there's like 7 here I've never heard of before. Maybe not 7, but there's at least a couple. Return to Grace. Scanner, somber. This is definitely an exclamation artifice moment. McBell says Noida is very open-ended. Is it like story-based? Is there a story to it? Everything I've heard about Noida is that it is the kind of game that rewards attention. It would be... Do you want the genre of Noida? Yeah, what's the genre? Shout out to Evo, who made me a very good... Oh, it's roguelike. That's why. Wait. It's rough-like? It's roguelike. Interesting. So, hear me out. Scanner Somber, by the way. Is Scanner Somber a horror game? It looks scary. Hear me out. Are we talking it's like the same category as this? More suspense than horror? Scary is pretty subjective. It is, but if you think it would scare anyone in your life, then I'm sure it would also scare me. Scary is pretty subjective, but I'm pretty scared most of the time. It has almost the exact same hours as Hades. Is the gameplay experience very similar? Like in terms of like... Hey, scroll down. Why? Do you want to see Love Stories Furry Shades of Grey? Has no one added Love Stories Furry Shades of Grey already? No one's added this to the list? Guys, I'm disappointed in you. It's only 6.5 hours. Oh my god, Furry Shades of Grey. Shades of Gay. Shades of Gay. I didn't realize it was gay. I thought it was Furry Shades of Grey, but it's Furry Shades of Gay. That's even better. And there's a sequel, a shade gayer. Oh my god, I love it. Furry Shades of Gay 3. Still gayer. The one after that is hentai something. Never mind. Okay, we're just gonna move. Furry Shades of Gay 3 Still Gayer is a sentence and a I love this world. I love the world we live in right now. I love the world we live in. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna veto Noida. Unfortunately, I'm gonna veto Noida. Arena, you get another suggestion. All right. Where were we? Where were we? Return to Grace. Was that already suggested? Or did I just... No, I'd already read it. That's what it was. Okay. Did we get any... Wait. I've already done these. That's why. Did we get any intel on whether or not Scanner Somber is... could be scary to me or no? Any intel on this one? We would need a mod or Meg to rule on. Okay. Unpacking. I need to check my list. I thought maybe unpacking was for... It doesn't say, actually. Okay. Chat, question for you. Unpacking. YouTube or Twitch? I don't know the schedule. Is there any Dark Souls today? There's no Dark Souls today. However, Jaredon's on it. Exclamation week will tell you the thing. Either? Okay, dope. We'll keep unpacking in the list. Hotline Miami. I know this game because it is because I know I've seen it referenced in other games. It's the only way I know Hotline Miami. I've never played it. Dope. Hell yeah. Heaven's Vault. Heaven's Vault. Have I heard of that? Oh, it's from Joyce. That's probably why I've heard of it. 37 hours. Uh-oh. Is that open-ended, chat, or do I need to veto? Heaven's Vault? Does anyone know? I'm gonna react with a question mark to come back. Megan literally told me do not react to stuff because we're trying to keep reactions out of this channel for now. I'm gonna react to the question mark to come back. I'm guessing. You know what? No, we'll just respond. It's not less than 20 hours, it looks like. Okay. Let's keep going. Where were we? Metro 2033? Here's my other question. Are the Metro games... Wait. Metro is not Metroid. Wait, what is this? What is Metro? Hi, Daniel. How's it going? Thank you, Ikelos. Thank you for the Google. Metro is Fallout 2.0. This looks like Matt's type of game. Metro is horror? I was thinking maybe it would be for YouTube. I wouldn't say it's horror. Okay, so hear me out. Is it scary, though? Not horror, but is it scary? Can be horror aspects? Metro is awesome, but too scary for Ryan. All right, I'm gonna veto Metro. Veto Metro, but you can suggest another thing. Oh my god, I love this. I love getting game suggestions. All right. Where were we? I need to remember to highlight where we were. Delete. Dope. You guys are great. Little Gator game I've heard is good. Is it less than 20 hours? I think was Mina the one who suggested this for a long time? Little Gator game? Done. Or was that Kitty Cat? Or no, the other cat. Dredge. Less than 20? Dope. Dredge is in. Raft. Raft is not in. Misao, please give another suggestion if you would like. Pikmin 3, I think I will veto because we haven't played Pikmin 2. And unfortunately, Pikmin 2 is probably going to have to be another time. I want to play Pikmin 2 first, but it's too long for right now. You may pick another. Raft is 20.5 in Ryan time. I don't think that's true, Misa. I've played 2 hours of Raft, and I did not make very much progress. But I appreciate you going to bat for it. Okay, Super Metroid. Now this is the next question. Should the Metroid games be for YouTube, or is Metroid Dread? We already said yes to. Super Metroid? These would be fine on Twitch? Twitch? Dope. You guys are the best. I'm going to need a ruling on if Control is horror or not, because it's too scary for non-horror stuff for Ryan, but not scary enough for thematic for Halloween games. I just want to know when I should be suggesting it. Artifiz, this is a good question. Here's the other thing that I think is sort of unfortunate about Control, outside of the horror or non-horror question. I think Control is on the list of games I would like to play for YouTube if I get the time, but I may not have the time. One of those types of games where it's like, damn. I would really like to be able to pay attention to it in the way that YouTube. Hi, Evo, let's go. How's it going? But I don't know. I might be wrong about that. You know? I want to vote for so many of these. The vote inflation is real. Hey, let's take a second and think about it. What are you guys going to do? What are you guys going to do? Are you going to vote for 2? Are you going to go vote for 10? Are you going to vote for 20? Vote for all but one? What's the thing? Control is too long, but I don't think it's horror. There you go. I trust artists' take on that. Sounds like it's not horror, but probably best for YouTube / too long for this. Metroid Prime Remaster. Hey, does one of the can one of the Discord mods work with Dirty DAWs on the VPN question? Metroid Prime. All right, cool. Unless you guys say anything, I'm just gonna keep these games on because I feel like getting to play a Metroid would be cool. And I would love to play. I would love to have a good excuse. Here's the thing. I would like to have a good excuse to play my first Metroid game, you know? What determines if something is better for YouTube versus stream? Fantastic question, Random Squiggle. I don't know how to answer it exactly. Because 5 years in, I'm still struggling with answering this. But basically, some things that might make it better. If you have to pay a lot of attention to a lot of dialogue or writing, probably better for YouTube. If it really, really rewards me giving my 100% attention to it, probably better for YouTube. Think like Outer Wilds, think, Disco Elysium someday. On the other hand, if it's spoilable, maybe better for YouTube. If it's super puzzly, maybe better for YouTube because Twitch chat just can't help themselves sometimes. On the other hand, here's the complex thing. We played Hollow Knight on Twitch, and I'm so happy we played Hollow Knight on Twitch. So Hollow Knight hits a lot of those things. Like, when the lore is there, you should probably pay pretty close attention to it. Definitely spoilable. At times, like, would require more attention than I'm generally giving to it. And yet it was incredible on Twitch. It was so good. Is Double Counter freaking out? Interesting. Plague Tale Innocence. 16 hours. Plague Tale, I would 100% argue, is horror. Very dark, death, and themes of horror in a horrific situation. RJ says I already put one. Hey, you can always switch, RJ. Dark Souls is also super lore heavy, but it's so good for stream. It's built for stream. It's literally the platonic ideal of a Twitch stream. Too horror for you, I think, for now? Okay. Right here. Hey, AJ. I think this is too horror for me. You can suggest another. And then I'm going to delete the message, which I hope still gives them a notification that I was saying something to them. Case of the Golden Idol may not be streamy, though. Not sure. Okay. Case of the Golden Idol. Thank you, chat. You guys are awesome right now. Thank you. Case of the Golden Idol, 7.5 hours. I hear this one is puzzly, right? I think this is in the same puzzly category as probably better for YouTube. Is Bloodborne horror? I think it's pretty horror-y, but it was also fine for you. Since when is Plague Tale horror? I mean, I don't know. I've never played it. Is it scary? Here's the thing. If it's scary, I can't do it. Not generally. Not during months that aren't October. Evo says, do you want mods to point out double entries or games you've played? Yes. You can feel free to be like, hey, at that person, he's already played this, so I'm deleting it. Or, hey, this is a double entry, so you can suggest something else. Yeah. Okay. Case of the Golden Idol is like Obra Dinn. I would not have wanted to play Obra Dinn on stream. I'm really happy I played it on. There's a difference between horror and scary. There absolutely is. Absolutely is. Little Nightmares 1 was scary for me. I don't think Golden Idol might needs your full focus, but it might get backseaty. It might lead people to trying to backseat. That's okay. We do have. Here's the other thing of it too, right? Chat. Here's the other thing I've learned over a year and a half or 2 years or whatever of doing these kind of games. There's no hard lines. We try our best to like give good guidance. Please no horror games, because horror games are things we obviously don't want to play, but also if it's scary, then maybe not. There's no good hard lines. Like, it's all just a feel. It's all just what we as a community can come to understand together. And maybe we make the right call, maybe we don't, and that's okay. We're not going to be perfect. AJ says, I wouldn't say Plague Tale is horror, but I've only been here a year, so I trust the ones who know you better. Plague Tale is dark, even if it isn't scary. I'm cool with darkness. Darkness, I'm very cool with. If it is scary or even like suspenseful tense, I get scared at that kind of thing. So feel free to comment where you think it is on that. It's dark and grim like Dark Souls is dark and grim, but does it have any like suspense or tension or Little Nightmares type atmospheric vibes of scary? Is Dredge not too scary? I am going to personally say Dredge is not too scary. I have seen very little of Dredge, but I have seen, and maybe it gets scarier. But I'm keeping Dredge on there also because I heard some comparisons to a game that I really love with Dredge. So I'm keeping Dredge on there personally. Okay, if anyone feels strongly that Plague Tale Innocence should not be on the thing, feel free to make your case. I may add it back on. Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna keep Case of the Golden Idol on. What about Baba Is You? Is that the one that's scary or no? Or the Babadook is scary? Completionist 47.5 hours? Was The Last of Us not scary? The Last of Us I played for YouTube, which was different. Yeah. The Last of Us I played despite its scares, because I played it for YouTube. So totally fair point, but I would say like a different kind of consideration. Bob is open-ended. Okay. Their comment's totally right. Okay, dope. All right, we'll keep it. Dream Daddy. Oh, let's go, RJ. Why did I just search RJ? I meant to search Dream Daddy. I think Ryan would love it. It's still kind of dark and suspenseful, whatever you want to do. I would argue Plague Tale fits YouTube better. Last of Us and Plague Tale are on par. So maybe it's a YouTube playthrough. Now, this is something I didn't even consider at the start. Interesting. Plague Tale Innocence could be a better YouTube playthrough, question mark? Thoughts, chat? AJ, that's not going to be the outcome you were exactly hoping for, but that might be a better outcome, actually. Good for YouTube. Great YouTube series. Okay. What exactly does open-ended mean? If a game offers a like story conclusion, I will want to hit that story conclusion. Whereas, with minor exceptions, RIP Hades, but otherwise I will like press forward to get the ending. So sometimes a game will have like 90 hours for like completionist, but it's like, but you can have gotten the game flavor and gotten the experience without. You mean roguelike instead of open world? Not open world, open-ended is kind of the vague term we're using for like what I was just saying. So yeah, I don't know. Again, there's no real science to it. We're just kind of before your eyes, 3 hours. Dope. Caves of what? I've never heard of this. Caves of Cud? Caves of Quid? Caves of Cud? Completionist so long they won't even give you a number? Is anyone currently in chat JAX? Jax, are you here? What if there's a bunch of post-story content? It's a great question. I really don't know. For instance, I did not play as far into Hades as I should have, but I had reached a sort of ending, and so I stopped. And now, I don't know. This is super atmospheric. It's very open-ended, so it could still be like, can I? So the 20-hour rule is fine here, or what? Basically, Dwarf Fortress as a roguelite. This game is great. Okay. I've never heard of this game before. Caves of Cud. Why does the thing look like a like an 80s paperback? Science fantasy roguelike epic steered in retrofuturism, deep simulation, swaths of sentient plants. Okay, I'm not going to read it anymore. Okay, dope. All right, it's in. Lost and random. I like its art style. Cool. Lesator. Gora Goa. 2.5 hours. What is that? That's pretty. Also, hi, Zach. There's a lot of people I haven't said hello to yet. You had me at Retrofuturism, I know, right? Metal Gear Rising. In case I didn't ever complete this thought, AJ, feel free to suggest another game. I'm going to say Plague Tale Innocence is going to be for YouTube someday. Which is good for me. I learned that right now, and I'm actually making a note on my own thing about how it's for YouTube. So that we know. I did the same with Control. I marked it as for YouTube. Gorogoa is a great game. You'll either love it or pull your hair out. So I think this is too long, right? This part is short, but it says 40 hours for completionist. 40 hours is for doing the game on every difficulty. Oh. Does anyone know Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? Zach says it would be awesome. Ryan, how long is the for YouTube backlog? McBell, let's do some quick math on that question. How long is the for YouTube backlog? Who wants to be depressed on a Monday afternoon? How long? The answer is yes. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to take me 100 to 200 hours. Hour-ish long episodes, if I can even keep doing hour-ish long episodes as we have a baby. If I can do 7 days a week as we have a baby, which I probably can't, that's probably 200 episodes, 200 days. Cyberpunk, 100 to 200 episodes. Tears of the Kingdom someday, 200 episodes. Or we could go 150 if we're being generous. I don't know. We need to get to like Morrowind and Oblivion someday. All three of the all the Bioshocks, all three of the Mass Effects. All of a sudden, we're looking at about 5 years of time. Oh, it's the best problem to have. I really, really, really love my job. That doesn't include time for many of the smaller, like really great games I would love to get to, or the mid-length really great games I would like to get to. Your Controls, Disco Elysiums, your Detroit Become Human. I think I would probably. I don't remember if we said that would be for YouTube or for YouTube. Yeah. Are my messages really late or do they disappear? It feels sometimes as if I'm not seeing when I type something. That's probably me not reading chat very well right now, AJ. I'm scrolling back up to see what you said. I can't think of any other game that isn't mentioned. I won't give a new suggestion. I will second Dredge or Control. Excellent. You can vote for those when the voting opens. And Kenna, cool. Yes, YouTube. I love the game. Would love you to play it. Didn't understand the instructions properly since I got interrupted 3 times during explanation. Oh no. Disco Elysium mid-range. That game will be 150 episodes. Never mind. Longer than I thought is the answer. How are you going to fit in that second Baldur's Gate playthrough? And this is why, unfortunately, I'm not doing a second Baldur's Gate playthrough. All right, cool. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is in. We're cranking, right? Oh my god, it's already 1:08. Mirror's Edge, 12 hours. Dope. Cocoon. I would love to play Cocoon. I think that's a great recommendation. A little to the left. What is that? 8 hours. Oh, you guys can't see it. 8 hours. Hold up. I can just move this a little bit. Ah. There we go. A little to the left. Yes, please go faster. I'm sorry. Guacamelee. Guacamelee. Super Turbo Championship Edition. Is this Nacho Libre? Is this Luchadors? 14.5 hours. Dope. I've never heard of this game before. I'm going to delete my own message here so that it's just Hollow Knight Randomizer. I'm going to say no to replaying games. No to replaying games for now. Feel free to suggest another. Where were we? Oh, Lord. Hollow Knight Randomizer mod. Delete. Cthulhu says beginner's guide. Oh, do I have a story for you? Okay. I am going to keep beginner's guide on there However, I have actually played Beginner's Guide. Beginner's Guide is one of like 2 PC games that I played before I ever had a YouTube channel. I love Beginner's Guide, and I would love to revisit it. I last played it 12 years ago, probably. No, it was like 2016, so I guess 8 years ago. But I'm gonna keep it on there because it's a game I've actually been thinking about a lot. I would love to get back to. So the one caveat for that is that it's not a blind playthrough. It's a game I've played before. But I'll keep it on there. Tragic? Oh, I mean, it might be a little tragic, but I loved Inside. We'll keep on the list. Unravel. I loved Beginner's Guide. Beginner's Guide is maybe the game that, like, I watched Stanley Parable, and then I played Beginner's Guide, and those two together, I was like, oh my god, this is like, games can do as much or more than like writing can, or like really experimental, incredible. Unravel Cindy? What the hell is that? Whoa, TOS, whoa. Does the wheel games roll over? This is a one-off thing. Unravel is on the list. Dope. Apico, not to finish it, just to play it for an afternoon. 61 hours. Is it an open-ended game, or is it a... this is the apiary game, I'm pretty sure. Very calming. Okay, I'll keep it on there. Chat, how many more do I have to do? We're at Descenders? Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll do some more of this off-stream later. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here for a while, but Apico's open-ended? Cool. It's so good. I would have loved to see your blind reaction. It's such a you game. Yeah. I also feel a little bit of like, if you haven't played Beginner's Guide, please play Beginner's Guide. I love that game. No, I'm not going to do the entire game today. I'm just going to I'm going to go through quite a few, as long as I'm having fun talking about stuff. Artist says this is very open-ended, and I think we've actually talked about it in the past. So it's longer than 20, but I'm going to keep it on because it's just, apparently it's very open-ended. Yep. Mina says I'm legit marking down mini games to add to my own lists. Thimbleweed Park. I'm not Googling a lot more. Like, I'm not like clicking on them or trying to figure out more about the games just because I want to stay blind to them. You know? Talos Principle. Thimbleweed Park is 16 hours. Is Talos Principle a YouTube playthrough? That's kind of what I was thinking. Very puzzly in a way that might be better for... But what do you guys think, Twitch chat? I don't know why I just said Twitch chat. I just called you by your full legal name. Hey, Twitch chat. Hey, Twitch chatters of the community. I called you by your government name. Y for YouTube, T for Twitch. Seems like YouTube. Evo says, Ryan, do you want a spreadsheet? I'm okay, Evo. Thank you. If you want to add it to redacted, feel free. But I have redacted open on my right-hand monitor, and I'm just looking at it over there. We're in trouble with Dad. Chad is sharing a brain cell right now. He still pronounces it wrong, just like when he played Skyrim. Scrim?
If Twitch chat is a legal name, what's our middle name?
Twitch fucking chat. That's what your middle name is. There's also the fact that it says 28 and a half hours. And there is an ending to this game, right? Like, it's not open-ended. Unfortunately, I think Talos Principle is going to be... Unfortunately, I'm vetoing this so I can play it on YouTube someday. Care to suggest another? Okay. We are up to... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We're up to... Oh my god. Endling. My internet died. Did you accept Descenders? I did. Oh my god, Evo, I love it. Evo is giving Tony is going to the nursing home. Evo is over here. Extinction is forever? Who's trying to make me cry on stream? Killer Cat? Super Mario RPG? The remake? $20 Vapor Eyes. Interesting. Squeaking under the wire. Evo's trying to get rid of Tony and send him to the nursing home. Wow, Evo, wow. Squeaking under the wire. Someone suggested Furry Shades of Gay. Who did it? Who did it? I can't stream that without... That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, so here's the question. I saw RJ say this might be a YouTube playthrough. Super Mario RPG. Would this be YouTube or Twitch? Here's the other one thing I will say about YouTube versus Twitch. I am more likely to put a game onto the Twitch side of things than the YouTube side of things. It needs to be really like it needs to really have a good reason to be on YouTube, just because that list is so long. Twitch or YouTube? Twitch. Okay. Was Slay the Princess vetoed while I was gone? I didn't say anything about it. I haven't gotten to it yet. Either? Okay. I think let's do it. I'll be honest with you. There's 3 words in the title of this game, and I'm most interested in one of the words. You guess which one it is. It's RPG. It's not Super or it's not Mario. Super? No. It's not. It's the RPG part. It's like, hey, you don't like Mario? Hey, let's see if we can... Uh-oh. Marsh. Chat, would Beacon Pines be a YouTube game? Due to text heavy. I will say, I'm cool with reading. I'm cool with reading on stream. Especially if reading is like a I don't know how to phrase this. The completionist time for how long for Neon White includes replaying old levels to get better times and such. Marsh, how long would you think it would take me to play this game? That's a great point in time. We can do like we can do voices for people for Beacon Pines. 50 hours, JK. I'm tempted to leave it. Hi, Panda. Please suggest another game. I'm not doing Duolingo. I've decided that meme suggestions, even though I don't think it's actually a meme suggestion, I've decided meme suggestions just take away from people's actual chances to win, so I'm not going to do Duolingo. Took me about 15? Okay. So it might take me around 20. Okay. I'll leave it. Dope. Oh my god, I'm getting really excited. Just a reminder for people who didn't catch quite all of the details. We're suggesting games today. All suggestions must be in by Tuesday, aka tomorrow, at the end of stream, or maybe a little bit after that. We're gonna vote starting right after that in the Discord. So you need to be in the Discord to vote, and then we'll spin the wheel Thursday, play the game Friday. We're doing it all this week. I'll start playing the game on Friday. No, learn Duolingo Japanese, please. Nah. You act like we wouldn't watch a 3-hour Duolingo stream. I'm sure you would. But I feel like some of you would watch it and be like, God damn it, he could have been actually playing a game. And I think I would probably feel a little bit the same way. Orcs Must Die. Very open-ended. Oh, wait. Orcs Must Die 3. Orcs Must Die 3. Very open-ended in terms of a lot of optional strategies to complete the story. I'm a little worried about the fact that main plus extra is still close to 20 hours. Anybody think is Slay the Spire on the list? Oh my god, I'm gonna vote for Slay the Spire. I'm gonna Anybody have any thoughts on if this has 20 hours? If I could beat this in 20 hours? Trying to think through every game I've ever played for a suggestion. Never heard of it. Is it one suggestion per person? Yes. I've had to delete some memes. Feel free to delete Clampery, Tub, and Lynn. I'm not playing Love Stories, Furry Shades of Gay. Mostly because I value, I would like to keep my Twitch channel, and not because I don't want to. Because I'm a little bit curious, but mostly I want to keep my Twitch channel. Twitch chat thinks I could do Dishonored in less than 20 hours. I love Slay the Spire. Listen, gotta have it. Gotta have a card game. Gotta scratch that itch. Okay, I'm gonna keep Orcs Must Die on there. I think nobody knows whether or not I could actually do it in less than 20 hours. Oh wait, it's Audie. I understand. That's you. There's a lot of replayability. To fully complete, you got to replay the same levels over and over again. Do you think I could get through the game once in less than 20 hours, Audie? I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. Amori. I think this one is for YouTube, right? I think Amori and also is 72 and a half. What the fuck? Amori is a YouTube game through and through. Happy to recommend something else if needed. It's a special game. And so relatively short. I'm sorry. It won't let me zoom anymore. And so relatively short. I'm just teasing. Okay, Omori is YouTube for sure. I will be honest with you. In my head, Omori has been for YouTube. So I will, if you think that too, I will keep that as gospel in my head. Dope. I'm gonna delete yours, and feel free to suggest another one. Okay. Have a Nice Death, roguelike. If you don't go for completion, struggle out on the bosses less than 20, and don't struggle a lot. Okay. Okay. Interesting time. Roguelike. Is anyone else familiar with Have a Nice Death? It's like Dead Cells. I've not played Dead Cells. Is it like Enter the Gungeon? Are those at all similar? Have you played What Remains of Edith Finch? I have. On YouTube, for YouTube. Bugsnax has been suggested and has been approved. You could do 1 to 5 runs. It's like Hades meets Hollow Knight. Okay. I gotta tell you, I love games historically and generally. I love games with the title death in them, right? I love games like that. Have you played Beginner's Guide? I've played it. I've not played it on stream though, so I would love to revisit it. It's the one game I'm like, I'd love to revisit it. Okay. It's good, but it's a lot of stuff, so it would be play a couple rounds. Does anyone have any gut instincts on Have a Nice Death before I move on? I'm not really sure. It seems like it could go either way. We have to protect the 20-hour kind of thing because otherwise I think there's a real chance unfortunately I think there's a real chance we don't get it done. I think it's going to be too long. Time, are you currently watching stream? Since it's not my game, my vote is to veto it and the others. Interesting. What was your suggestion again, Giordon? Deleted. Sadly, I think it is going to be too long. If I gifted 500 subs right now, would you guarantee to play my game? I'm not going to. This is just hypothetical. I would not. I would probably poop my pants. I kind of have to poop anyways, but I would probably poop my pants. Okay, I'm gonna have to say no. I'm just to be careful. I'm gonna say no time. Feel free to suggest another game. Sorry, just to be safe. I think Detroit Become Human. I'm thinking for YouTube, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Detroit Become Human. I'm thinking for YouTube. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for understanding. YouTube for sure. I think Anne is here, so I'm going to just delete and say that out loud rather than writing a message. Let me know if you have heard this, Anne. If not, I'll write a message. It would be good on Twitch like Until Dawn was. I've heard it's a little more philosophical, though, right? I'm down to change my mind eventually on that. Where were we? But I think for now, we'll say no. We were here. Legend of Zelda for Nintendo? Interesting. 2 Zeldas at once? Oh my god, I can't type. Interesting. I think you skipped a few. Oh my god, I did. Oh my god, I did. What the fuck? Oh, my bad. Okay. I was deleting this because then I went to Arena's thing. Katamari Damacy. 13.5 hours. I see cows. I'm into it. In other waters. 8.5 hours. I'm into it. Viewfinder. I know this game. I would be into it. I know the main conceit of the game. Dope. We're burning through them now, chat. Small Saga. 10 hours. Are those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Except during the rats during the Renaissance era? What's going on here? I know, Ann. I hear you. I'm gonna keep Detroit Become Human on the YouTube playlist for now. Sorry. Feel free to suggest another one though. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's Renaissance Mutant Assassin Rats. What about Superliminal? I think it's already on the list. Okay. Done. Small Saga. Now we're to Legend of Zelda. So Here's my question. Would people be disappointed if I played this on Twitch rather than YouTube? No, not at all. Better for Twitch? Hell yeah. Dope. All right, it's in. Awesome. Cool. Iconoclasts. 16 hours? Person holding a wrench? Never heard of it before. K-Bells is King's Quest. $20.50? Original Legend of Zelda is 99.9% gameplay, 0.1% story. Interesting. Okay. Better for Twitch. Okay. I would argue you have to play it on Twitch. Okay. Oh, the hive mind is popping off here. Not that one. King's Quest 1. This one? That's the remake? That's still the remake. This one? This one? How many King's Quests are there? This one right here? The king has many quests. This is the unofficial remake. It's heavily based on the official 1990 remake of King's Quest 1 by Sierra for EGA. Cool. If this one gets selected, K-Bell, you're gonna have to help me purchase the right one. You're gonna have to make sure I purchase the correct one because I don't know for sure. There's too many. You could play King's Quest 1 and parts of 2 in one stream. Okay. Cool. So I'm guessing quite like I'm curious what it looks like. I don't want to Google it, but I kind of want to see what it looks like. I'm guessing old. If it's a remake of a remake from 1990, just get King's Quest Collection on Steam. Okay. Oh shoot. So get this, which would have a bunch of them in it. Okay. 7. Well, guys, we could just play 7 games for instead of 1 game. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. 5 hours. Anyone know if it's scary? It doesn't look scary. Over 20 hours. Can't do it, Kappa. Can I throw in Portal Reloaded, a full game mod that adds a 4th dimension portal? I don't know. That's a good question because now I'm like, would that mean that I can add Portal Mel stories? Or Portal Mel. There's 40 new messages in the last half hour. Okay, we're getting there though. This is a Gun Dungeons kind of game. Okay. As Dusk Falls. Good title. Is As Dusk Falls Until Dawn? Signalis has horror elements, but not actively scary or terrifying. It's more the atmosphere and vibe. It's a prequel. So people who have been around a while, is Signalis too scary for me? I know Zach is saying it's not, but I've heard this argument from Zach in the past, and I trust Zach. But my one concern is it's horror-y. I've heard that the game is really cool. I know Zach's two are Soma and Signalis, or Signalis, however you say it. I guess we should check how long it is too. No, it's good. Unsettling but not scary. Defer to mods or longer time viewers. Or the same way Bloodborne is would be fine. I trust person, but no, I'm just getting a second opinion. I do trust Zach. To be clear, as has been established, chat, I have in my head at all times a running tier list of how much I trust every single one of you. And if pressed to choose one of you to house sit and or babysit and or dog sit, I could be forced to come up with a delineated list of where each of you fall on the list. And I'm not going to tell you right now where you are on the list, but I'll let you know. I have a vibe. Cool. We'll keep it on. We'll keep it on.
Hi.
Holy cow,
Yo.
1 year, where has time gone?
We need numbers, Ryan. I don't even trust me. What a pilot. Thank you for the 1 year. Thanks very much. Thank you. I'm confident it's less scary than Little Nightmares. Honestly, that's a great comparison. Little Nightmares is like the low end of what I can manage. So great. Okay, another Zelda game. Link's Awakening. Oh, this is the remake for Switch, which has the cute art style. So I wonder if this is the OG or the old one, Rune Snips. Which one are you thinking? Ryan, do you want to keep all narrative Your Choices Matter games for YouTube or only the complex ones? I don't know that it's even like a line like that I'm exactly drawing. Yeah. I don't know that it's a line exactly like that. Yeah. I don't know. Is the short answer. Unfortunately, I don't really have an answer there. Have you played Tears of the Kingdom? I have not. Play the remake. 20.5 hours. Hey, good timing. Or good math there. Link's Awakening I would do on YouTube. Link's Awakening for YouTube. Okay. I think Link's Tears of the Kingdom could be interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, we're doing games that take less than 20 hours, and Tears of the Kingdom will definitely be for YouTube someday. And since I have a second suggestion in there, hell yeah. I feel a little bit bad, Ann, but I don't know how to explain why I have Detroit Become Human on a YouTube playthrough, but I've had enough suggestions of it specifically as a YouTube playthrough that I'm just kind of leaning on those suggestions as like I also trust you that it could be played on Twitch, but I'm like for now I'm just going to play it safe and be like so enough people over the last 4 years have been like I would love to see a YouTube playthrough of that game. Why do you guys think YouTube? I think Link's Awakening could easily be on Twitch. Julia says I got a big raise today. It's a whole 79 cents more. Let's go. Let's go. Most Zelda games except like the first two I would do for YouTube. I just think if A Link to the Past is YouTube, then so should Link's Awakening. Well, shit. Maybe I made a mistake with A Link to the Past. I think for now, the other thing that is going on with Zelda is we have sort of a good system going where like I think they work well as YouTube stuff right now. So I think I'm gonna veto this, Rune Snips. Feel free to choose another one. I think we're gonna just like hedge our bets and be like, most Zelda, maybe minus the first two, would be better on YouTube. I reserve the right to change my freaking mind on that in the future for sure. Night in the Woods. Oh, Plastic Satan. Oh wait, I skipped one. Pentiment. Pentiment. Wait a second. 26 hours, which is not good, but I've heard about this game. Oh, I don't really want to Google it because this is Obsidian. That's what I was about to say. Ryan, can we change our submission? You can't. Please don't edit it. Please write a new comment and delete your old one. But yeah, you can change your submission. Dang. So unfortunately, I think this might, unless someone can convince me otherwise. Is this a little long? I did a quick Google. I didn't know completionist was 26 hours. Okay. Man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the help. I'm gonna veto this one for the length, AJ. I'm sorry. That's 2 in a row. AJ is gonna set a record for most games vetoed. I'm sorry. Feel free to come up with another one. Okay. Plastic Satan. Night in the Woods, I have actually already played part of. It's one of the only games I have ever not finished. I would be down to go back to it. It would just be a little different because I've technically already played a couple hours. It also looks a little long on the list, though. It's not even on YouTube. It didn't even make it onto YouTube. So it's not even on exclamation playthrough. I think I played one stream and then this, it's actually, the story with Night in the Woods is I played like 4 hours. It's been 2 years. We had, this is around the time when I had to stop doing the Wheel of Games because I had too many games going at one time. Because the problem with the central problem with Night in the Woods, sorry, with Wheel of Games, is that it introduces me to a lot of really incredible games, and then I feel like I have to play them. I'm going to keep Night in the Woods on there, and we'll tackle what to do about it if it wins. But, like, do I restart, or do I just refresh myself in those 4 hours? I think I would probably restart. But I've played about 4 hours, so let's do some very interesting math. 20 minus 4 is 20. Oh. I don't know. I'm sorry. I hope no one is pissed off about the fact that my rules change every single time I look at a game. But let's just keep it on the list. Fuck it. It's literally already won the Wheel of Games before. This would be round 2. If it wins, we finish it. Slay the Spire, I'm down for. I know the game is going to be long because you can play it forever. Slay the Spire, dope. Trombone Champ. I'm going to get off. Chad, I'm getting off in 10 minutes, okay? I'm setting a timer. I'm getting off in 10 minutes. I needed to do a short stream today. Trombone Champ is 5.5 hours. Why do they look like that, though? Can I ask that? Can I ask why their eyes are perfect saucers? Honk, blow, and amp. Toot your way through over 20 songs. Collect all 50 unique tromboner cards. Uncover the mysteries. Okay, can I ask a question about the songs? Are the songs I would recognize? Is Dr. Rhubarb here? Their eyes are sunny side up. Yes. So then they are songs that I might get DMCA'd on. Like, what's an example of a song in Trombone Champ? No. So we're talking like Für Elise and stuff? You wouldn't be good enough for that. Okay, well, now it's staying on the list just so I can prove you wrong. Okay. Motherfucking, you wouldn't be good enough to... I'd love to suggest Slay the Princess. It's categorized as horror, but it's more creepy in my opinion, and I think you'd absolutely love the story/writing of it. Does anyone have a strong feeling that Slay the Princess is too scary? Slay the Princess. It does look a little scary. We can skirt the rules if we insult you. Interesting. It's a good length, though. I think I have seen stuff about this game recently. Is this like the most recent? Yeah, it's like last year. Not scary. Just creepy. Creepy at most. I don't think it's very scary. All right, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Green Hell. I think is K-Bell here. K-Bell, is Green Hell for YouTube? I don't remember. Oh, it's a little long. Too long. And was it YouTube or Twitch? I don't remember. Better for YouTube, I think. Okay. Dokuritsu. Green Hell is too long, unfortunately. Okay, so let me... We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Green Hell. Delete. Witchwood. 11.5 hours. It looks cool. It's a crafting adventure game set in a land of gothic fables and fairy tales. Okay. Dope. Beacon Pines, I think... oh, wait. Hellblade. I think we're into Beacon Pines. Hellblade. Oh, Liz is playing Senua's Sacrifice right now. I don't know what Ann was talking about, but especially for you, it'll take ages to make progress. Lol. 3 lols? That was about Green Hell, I think. 3 lols? Are we considering Hellblade? It's short. Is it on the list? I would love Hellblade, Matt says. I don't know anything about this. I know Liz is playing it, or I think Liz finished it. No concerns about it. It's not horror. It's not for YouTube. Is it? I don't even click it. I won't even click it. I won't even look. All right, cool. It's in. Strange horticulture. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. 9 hours. Dope. Doesn't look scary. It's got a black cap, but that's it. Dope. Sifu. 20 hours on the dot. Dope. Game needs to be less than 20 hours. Please suggest a shorter game. Cooking Mama 2. Completion is 23 hours. Is Cooking Mama 2 open-ended or... Green Hell's extremely difficult blind. Can't wait to watch you play it one day. Damn it. Hellblade is the kind of thing that only a video game can do. You are piquing my interest right now. I used to love Cooking Mama. You have to keep it? Do you have the setup to stream DS2 games? I can. Or DS games? I can. Okay. Halo Combat Evolved. Halo. If this wins, then Tony wins a fourth time. Halo Combat Evolved. Is this one of the multiplayer ones? Is there a story? First Halo game? Think you'd love the story in Halo? Hi, Jeff. There's a story. Is it a good story? All right, we'll keep it. I can't think of a reason not to. The last campfire. 6.5 hours? Oh, God. I love seeing a 6.5 hour time. Hell yeah. The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf of Wall Street? The Wolf Among Us, episode 1, 2. So this is the... Okay, so this is the whole game right here. Okay. I'm not going to read too much. I'm just going to say yes. The Wolf Among Us? Is that Telltale? To the moon. 4.5 hours. It's my favorite type of length. Swords and Soldiers HD. We're getting there, guys. We're almost to the bottom of the list. This is the bottom of the list, right? It's actually off screen, but it's back down there. Swords and Soldiers HD Super Saucy Sausage Fest DLC. Excuse me. Super Saucy Sausage Fest. Can I do this without losing my Twitch channel to TOS? That's not it? Oh, okay. Side-scrolling strategy game that lets you control an entire army. What I always forget that we should also include must be on a console I can play. Okay, it looks like it's on Switch, PC. Okay. What's TOS about sausages? $14. Okay, dope. Got it. Dope. Transformers Devastation. I worked on this game. Oh, that's cool. Oops. How long to beat? Transformers Devastation. 19.5 hours. Cool. Mist. Ooh, interesting. Mist. Is this a remake? Mist is a puzzle game, right? Hardcore puzzle game, right? I think it's supposed to be YouTube. I don't actually have it noted as being for YouTube. Mist would 100% definitely be YouTube. Mist is definitely YouTube. Our time is also up. Supposed to be YouTube? Okay. I'll make a note that it's supposed to be for YouTube, and I'll say vetoing this for YouTube. Sorry, Slayokom. Suggest another. All right, dope. Okay. At this point, we're so close. Do we just keep going? We're so close. We'll just keep going. All right. Portal Reloaded. We're so close. We're so close. Portal Reloaded. Is this the DLC or the mod? It's 6 hours. Free community made modification. Oh my god. My brain is gonna bust. My brain is gonna lose it. The puzzles are really good. I think that might be the other one. There's another Portal mod. Wait. Is Portal Revolution the same as Portal Reloaded? Oh, they're different. Okay. Interesting. You know what? Fuck it. We'll keep Portal Reloaded on the list. Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know that I've played this actually. I've played Odyssey. Galaxy, is that the new one? No, Wonder is the new one. 35 and a half hours? I don't think I could do this in less than 20. It says 14 for main story. Too long? Is there any way I could do this in under 20? I'm bad at Mario. I highly doubt I could. Okay, we're going to say too long, unfortunately. Dang. Was that my second veto for Everett as well? I'm sorry, Everett. Sorry, Everett. But I don't think I could do it in less than... Oh, you're right here. 20. RIP. Feel free to suggest another one. I'm sorry. King's Quest 2015. Wait, now we have 2 King's Quests on here. That's a different one. Never mind. Let me go in order here. I think this is probably going to be too long, Puppet Brody. I just saw your message in Twitch chat. We're going with the completionist time. 76 and a half. Yeah, it's going to be too long. Feel free to suggest another. Bear Simulator. The hell? A game where you live through the eyes of a bear, eat things, go on an adventure, discover things about your forest home. I have one question. Bear B. Benson, can you poop as a bear? Can I poop as a bear? Killer Penny, thank you for the follow. I don't know if Bear B. Benson's listening. Does a bear redacted in the woods? It's true. Okay, King's Quest 2015. So what do we do about the fact that there's 2 King's Quests here? That's your one question? Yeah, it's my one question. Fun fact, bears form a solid plug of poop that stops them from defecating while they hibernate. Hey, what if everyone deleted their request but me? Wouldn't that be crazy and cool? Just saying. I don't know what to do here. Uh-oh. Dokuritsu suggested a Resident Evil game. I feel like that's scary. Your timer's been over for so long. It's true. I'm going to put a question mark on King's Quest because I don't know what to do here about that. We'll come back to it. Donut County. I think this has made it on the wheel in the past. Donut County. Yep, 2.5 hours. Dope. Viva Pinata. 50.5. What the? 50.5? Just joined. Have I missed the chance to vote? No, there is a pinned message at the top of the Discord channel on Wheel of Games that explains everything. But yeah. Is this open-ended? Should we, I mean... I feel like with, and this feels a little rude of me, but I feel like with this game, I'm suddenly having the urge to say, hey, just a heads up, there's a chance I don't finish whatever game we land on. I think this is probably a little too long. It says 50.5. Do you have a defense? It's just a little too long. We're not doing scary games. Horizon Zero Dawn will be for YouTube. Okay. Am I missing anything? King's Quest we'll come back to. Is that even longer? Is that too long? Technically not. I don't, Your Honor, other than the main story time. Yeah, unfortunately, we're using the completionist time. So I'm going to delete Viva Pinata. Feel free to give a new one. I guess I leave King's Quest on there? The new one? Okay. My brain hurts. My brain hurts a lot. If you spin one of the short games, will you spin another afterwards? I don't think so. I think it's just a one-off. Odd World Munch. Wait, sorry. We're right here. Piku Niku. What is this? 6.5 hours? Cute shapes? Puzzle exploration game? Done. Odd World. Munch's Odyssey. Bye, Danny. Munch's Odyssey. What is this? This is an intellectual property I've never heard of before. But it hits the goals. Okay. So we're up to Shadow of the Colossus, Spore, and that's it, I think. Also, yeah, we're leaving Bear Simulator on there. Shadow of the Colossus. I think this is short because I think I was considering doing it for YouTube. 20.5, so not as short as I would have thought. Is Shadow of the Colossus a YouTube or a Also, can I even play the 2005 version on my PC? It is Twitch. Okay. Can you play it on without looking too much? I'm just looking for where you can play it. PlayStation 2. There's a remake. I know, but they specifically said they said 2005. There's a remake on PS4. So that's the 2018. Cool. Everett, you cool with me doing 2018? So the truth comes out. I said 2005 because the remake has a longer how long to beat, LOL. So let's ignore the time. First off, that's very smart. I admire what you're doing here. Let's ignore the time question. Is there a preferred one to play for the sake of the game? Like, is 2018 higher FPS better? Is it generally okay? Or is 2005 like the one to play, if that makes sense? Is there a reason to replay? I super respect the hustle. And in fact, I'll add whichever one to the list that is right. I just don't know which one. 2018 is really nice, so that would be fine to play the remake. Dope. We'll do 2018. It sounds like. Okay. Overall, remake is better. A few small points. I love that. Thank you for the intel, Zach. Thank you. Cool. Hell yeah, we'll put it on. Oh my God, there's more games. Chat, are we in agreement that Resident Evil HD Remaster would be a scary game, or am I crazy? Am I that's not the right word I want to use. Am I off base for thinking Resident Evil would be scary? It's got Resident Evil in the title. Not scary, smile. It's scary. Scary in all caps. Not spooky at all. Cap. It's scary. Okay. Spore. Spore is the one where you make little beings and they have to live and survive. I think it's open-ended, so I think the time does not matter a lot. Last of Us isn't scary, right? Last of Us is scary, first off. And also, that's a different question, because Last of Us was a YouTube playthrough. This is a thing for Twitch. Spore is open-ended. I'll say Spore is in the list. That's a good point, Plastic Satan. I think Last of Us is scary. I screamed many times at The Last of Us, and I'm not looking for a game I would scream to. Okay, so I think that leaves us with Twitch chat, and Twitch chat says too scary. We may play it in the fall, but vetoed for this wheel. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is the second Ori, right? So we can't do that one? I would play the first one. I would play the Twitch fucking chat, by the way. Will of the Wisps, I'm correct, right? Will of the Wisps is the second one. Thank you, time. Okay. Ocean's Heart and Road 96 are the two that we have left. And if I get both of these done before anybody writes anything else, then I win. Road 96, I have heard is really cool. Is there a reason to play this on YouTube, or is this fine for Twitch? I've heard this game is cool. It's on my short list of like shorter games that would be a lot of fun. Bye, Busters. Thanks for being here. Twitch for sure. Dope. Ocean's Heart. Oh no, there's new suggestions. Damn it. Okay, Ocean's Heart. Wait, is this already suggested? Wait. Oh no, I suck. Oh no. No? I thought it was already on the list up here. This is gonna be a big ass wheel. It's gonna be so freaking big. Evo's deleted something. I don't know what it was. Dope. Thank you, Evo. Thank you for the help. Can we get some hearts in chat for the Twitch mods? Or for the mods? Ocean's Heart. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of these from Dokuritsu so that we don't have extra stuff in here. I think somebody already got the second one. The original one. Okay, we're almost there. Beholder. $20.5. That's the way to do it. Oh my God, this immediately looks incredible. Done. Beholder looks very cool. Immediately looked at Beholder. It looked very cool. That's going to do it for our suggestions. I'm going to end stream before any more pop up. I read 5 words and I'm in. Absolutely. Sorry, Dokuritsu. Thanks for being flexible. I think you tied 2 other people for having the most games vetoed. No, Katilla, I think that's on the table. I don't think Blind Forest was already suggested, but it was deleted. Yeah, I think it was like It was very near the top. It was an hour and a half ago at this point. I know Tony suggested it, so that's why I. Okay, I'm gonna close the channel before I start looking at stuff. Beholder's a very good game. I completely forgot about it. I didn't even look at the year, but it looked awesome. I'm never here at the start of stream. Can you open my pack? You know what? I like the way you asked that. Sure. Let's do the quickest two. Let's do the quickest 1 to 2 to 3 packs of all time. I'm just gonna do Libram because Libram is never here at the start of stream, unless Random Squiggle also wants it. I know Ice and Cheese are here at other times, and I'll be here at another time, so. Prediction? Libram said shit pack. I'm going to say shit pack. Why? In 30 seconds to predict, starting now. Ugh. We're just doing Libram's pack and also maybe Random Squiggle. How am I on here? I don't know what cards are. I think it's from Fresh Air Friday. Did you do Fresh Air Friday all 5 weeks? Good luck, Bluebies. You have a 4.44% chance of winning. We will spin Thursday. It's true. So just a real quick reminder of what exactly is going on with the Wheel of Games. Suggest games for the next 24 hours, basically. We'll vote on them after that. More details in the Discord. We'll spin the wheel on Thursday, and then we'll play the game Friday. We'll start playing the game Friday. We may play more of it after that. Voting, when does voting close? More details on that when we get to it. Voting will open at some point on Wednesday, but we'll give you details when we have them. I think you gifted 5 subs. Yeah, that's true. You may have gifted 5 subs. When will Dark Souls be? Exclamation week. Tuesday and Wednesday. Pre-stream pregnant. What's Libram got here? A full collection of all full arts? Uh-oh. We better get started. First pack ever. Drum rolls. This has been the most chaotic stream, and I knew that it would be. And somehow I've been on stream for an hour longer than I thought. But I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Embrace the chaos, chat. On Mondays, we stress ourselves out. Cortisol levels flowing. Endorphins. Oxytocin. It's all serotonin. Brrr. We're rolling with it. Little in the lull. Parthian headlights in silver. Compound interest. Stonks on the Wheel of Games right there. Belief has been shattered. No shit pack for you. Oh, but a rainbow cult munity. This looks great on this card. R.I.P. Bluebies. This stress is why you're bald, Ryan. Let the record show I am not bald. This is not a cult. Neither of those things are true. They might look true, but they aren't. Technically. Which is the best kind of technically. All right, we're going to call it a day there. Thanks so much for watching. I'm out of here. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 for Dark Souls. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Mwah. I'll close the prediction. Thank you for the reminder. It was not a shit pack. See ya. See ya. Bye-bye. Listen, guys, I did forget to hit end stream button, but it's fine. I remembered eventually, like 5 minutes later. Anyways, bye. See ya. Later. Have a good day. Goodbye. See you later. Bye-bye.